In this tutorial, we are going to see how to handle files in Google Colab. So we are in this remote environment and we want to bring data into this environment. So I'm in a new notebook in Google Colab. I can connect to a runtime. When it's connected, now it's connected, and then we can use this files session here. And for example, we can upload a file from our computer. So for example, let's upload document, MIDI file, and we have now this MIDI file now in our Colab environment. And then we see that it's in our directory and we can start using this file. Also, we can download this file or any other file. So for example, if we go into this sample data directory, so now we are on this directory here. See the contents here. We can try to download this readme file. Download. So it's being downloaded here to our computer. This readme file. So this is the simplest way to upload files from your local machine to the Colab environment and also to download. But there are other ways that can be more convenient than just clicking here. Sometimes you want to save things automatically using code, do some uploading programmatically or download programmatically. Another way that we can upload files into the Colab environment is if we from Google Colab import files, then we give it here variable equals to files upload, and then we'll pop up this. We can choose a file, upload this file here now, and we see that this variable loaded is a dictionary. So it has keys and it also has values. Just like we have the files upload, we can also have the files download, and it will download the sample data readme, this file here. We will download here. We can also use shell commands to bring external data into the Colab environment. So for example, we can clone a Git repository. So this is a machine learning for audio signals in Python. This is a tutorial at Guitars AI MLFAS, machine learning for audio signals. And we can get here this link. And if we git clone, so it will clone this repository into this directory here in our environment, and now we can access the files from this directory here. See, it's now part of our directory structure, and we can go the directory. We have all these files and subfolders. So we can also use WGET. So for example, if we go here to this London Philharmonia website, and there is this data set of sound samples, and we can, for example, have here Woodwind. We copy the link, go here, use WGET, paste this, and now it will connect to this website and start downloading this file, and also it will later on appear. We are now in this directory here, so download to Woodwind zip file using WGET. We can also use the URL. Then I'll get another link, so go to the brace, so copy this link. Then we use put zip. So this is URL, this is the link, and this is output, is the name of the file. And I'll just move to another directory. So, main directory, and we'll download this brace.zip file now. And we see it here. We cloned with Git Clone. We use WGET to download the file. We use C URL. We can also use a URLLIB.REQUEST. We import in this library. We give it the URL of the file. So I'm also taking now from Percussion. We give it a file name, and it will download using this library also here. So we have all these possibilities to bring data into the Google Colab environment, and you can also download this now, or using this, or using the other way to download that we've seen before. Another convenient way to use files in Google Colab is to mount a Google Drive. So Colab is integrated with Google Drive, and we can, for example, mount a Google Drive to use in the Google Colab environment. There is another way, very convenient way to use data, external data in Google Colab, is to use Google Drive. So if you go to Open Notebook at Examples, there is this external data, Drive, Sheets, and Cloud Storage. This is a tutorial that will guide you on how to use external data. So I already mentioned this upload and download from your local file system. Then there are 3 ways to access Google Drive. A very convenient way is to mount the drive, and then you have access of the drive here, and it will also show here in your file. So you import the drive, you mount the drive, then it will ask you for authorization. So all these 3 methods needs authorization, so I will not execute here, not to expose my files, but when you run this, it will give you a link to a website. When you click this website, you go, there will be a code, and then you enter this authorization code, and then you are able to mount the drive. And then you can, for example, here you create a file, text file, and it will be inside your Google Drive. This is a very interesting way to access, write, and read files directly in Google Colab environment, mounting the Google Drive. Another possibility is to use the PyDrive. Also, you need this authorization, but this way you are just is a wrapper around the Drive REST API, and you can create files in the drive and download content of the files from the drive, but it will not be mounted in this environment. So you're just accessing the files that are stored or creating files in the drive. The same with the API. So you can take a look at this tutorial, and then you will learn how to use. This is quite simple, just a few lines of code, and you can access your Google Drive, or you mount locally here in this environment, or you access from the drive. So make sure that you don't share your authorization code with anyone, otherwise these people will have access to your data.